All across America, incredibly talented artisans are making amazing objects the old-fashioned way, by hand. On this episode of Handcrafted America, wood is the center of our world.
It's like it's never ending.
This Georgia canoe maker needs just two materials to keep his boats afloat: wood and glue.
The only metal in this boat is this metal that holds down the seat.
A one-time gift resulted in a lifetime commitment to woodworking for this Michigan Adirondack chair builder.
It's quite a thing to see raw wooden boards turned into a comfortable Adirondack chair. It's definitely very satisfying.
He taught himself how to play music and work with wood. Then he put it all together in Idaho and became Mr. Stand Man.
My stands are absolutely in every single state in America, as well as many, many countries.
Let's make that sawdust fly.
You're gonna help.
I'm gonna help.
All right.
When someone loves their craft enough to make it their livelihood for half a century, you know it's gonna be great.
In the small town of Jasper, Georgia, it's not hard to find a tranquil place to get away from it all. And one local artisan's handmade canoes take full advantage of this area's plentiful waterways. Lifelong woodworker Carly Abner creates one-of-a-kind wooden canoes.
Part of the construction that I enjoy the most, I think, is thinking about how I want it to look. I spend a lot of time thinking about that even when I'm not working on them.
The boards for the hull of the boats are attached using glue, not the traditional staples. And from custom inlays to inspirational quotes, they truly are floating pieces of art.
With me, it became sort of a passion to try to see how I could put them together and how we could make each one of them so unique. And it's sort of taken off from there.
You could say woodworking is in Carly's genes. He learned the craft from his father and has never looked back.
I fell in love with woodworking probably at an early age, around 10 or 12, working with my dad, and knew it was something that I always wanted to tinker around with, and it just sort of become a life's passion.
Carly and his wife Shirley have run First Mountain Woodcraft for almost 50 years. Carly made his first canoe about 10 years ago, and he knew he had found his niche.
Oh, gosh, it's so beautiful. What is it about a canoe that you love so much?
We get to build them and watch all of the pieces of wood come together, and then when someone gets in and paddles it off, it's really cool to watch them paddle it.
So there's no staples in this?
There's no staples in it. The only metal in this boat is this metal that holds down the seat onto the cleats into the hull.
I cannot wait to see how you make this thing.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it. Well, you're gonna do it.
Yep.
I'm gonna watch.
You're gonna help.
I'm gonna help.
All right.
Every canoe begins by cutting the wood for the hull of the boat into quarter-inch strips on a table saw. For this process, Carly uses Western red cedar.
Biggest reason that we use Western red cedar, keeps the weight down, but still gives you a strong boat. I'm gonna guide it for you.
Right.
Okay, you push. Doing good.
This is a long piece of wood.
You've done this before.
God, it's like it's never ending. There it is.
Once cut, you can see why he uses the red cedar. It's strong, flexible, and very lightweight. In order to glue all these boards together without staples, Carly needs to carve out a tongue and groove along the edges with a router.
We're gonna put a bead on one side, and we're gonna turn it over and put a cove on the other. The reason for this is because the boat naturally has a curvature. It allows these two pieces to set together in the bead and the cove when we glue them together.
Oh, so it can...
And they can actually bend a little bit
Yeah.
without messing up the joint.
First, Carly creates the rounded edge, or bead, on one side of the wood strip, and then he routes out the cove on the other side.
That's the cove. And that's the bead.
Next, all those cut and routed strips are glued around a mold that has a bow, stern, and stations to create the shape of the boat. Once the entire boat is glued together, it's simply taken off the mold and completed.
Why are you so particular about staples? Why don't you like staples?
Every time you put a staple in the wood, it leaves a blemish there that you can't disguise. We're gonna start off by the front. All we're gonna do right now is just put a nice bead of glue all the way down through the cove. So now you see why important the cove is too, because it also serves as a bit of a trough to hold the glue. First thing we're going to do is attach that strip to the inner stem. That's the piece here that stays on the inside of the boat.
The red cedar is attached and clamped. Then a dowel rod is placed on top of the strip of wood.
And what does a dowel rod do?
The dowel rod simply protects the edges so that when we start clamping, we're not clamping on these fragile edges of the piece.
Okay.
Long clamps secure the dowel rod and strip on one end of the boat. But in the middle, where the boat curves, bungee cords are looped around tightly to hold the wood in place.
You're the wrapper, I'll hook.
On the wrapper, all right.
You got it?
Yeah. How tight do I
As
go?
tight as you can get it. All right,
So
keep
now
right-
I go-
Keep right on going.
Okay.
As long as we run out of bungee cord. There we go. Nice job.
Whew!
And after all that, we have exactly one strip on one side of the boat glued on.
Carly, I'm just saying, that took a long time. It'd be a lot easier if we just used a staple gun.
No staples.
No staples.
I think Carly is the tree whisperer.
So if you select the right piece of wood and let it sort of speak to you, it will accent the piece beside it.
In Jasper, Georgia, artisan Carly Abner handcrafts wooden canoes into watertight works of art, using only wood and glue. The process is tedious, precise, and time-consuming. One boat takes about 3 months to make.
Do you name these boats?
We name them. Each one of them has got its own name based on its length and pattern. And we name all of our boats after North Georgia streams, rivers, or Cherokee Indian works, which is pretty cool.
Cherokee Indian.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a little bit of that in me.
This is the Cherokee 165. It's 16.5 feet long. It's named after Cherokees.
So far, Carly has shown me how he cuts the red cedar wood for the boat and attaches it to his station mold. Now it's time to create the inlay pattern that sets Carly's canoes apart.
All right, now, Carly, this is where we can get into the decorative
The decorative
stuff,
part.
right?
Yep. Mhm.
And you use two different kind of woods here?
Accent strips in this case is mahogany, and we're going to sort of create a chevron pattern with alternating mahogany and cedar.
These small pieces that Carly cuts on a diagonal make a big impact.
We're going to glue into the cove, glue the ends, and glue the bottom. And we're going to slide it right in.
Oh, the key there is you slide it in.
Slide it in. Lift this piece up and slide it right into place.
And so you're gonna go all the way down.
We're going to go down to about that mold right there, I think.
All right.
Some of Carly's canoes are decorated with inspirational quotes. Carly uses a router to engrave the words, then fills the cavity with a contrasting color epoxy. Once all the decorations are in place, the boat gets a good sanding. An epoxy of resin and hardener seals the boat and brings out the wood's natural grain. This is a very important step because Carly doesn't use stain.
Part of it's a practical reason, but part of it I like the wood to look its natural color. So if you select the right piece of wood and let it sort of speak to you, it will accent the piece beside it.
Carly's canoes aren't complete without a cane seat, and after he builds a frame out of ash wood, it's time to add the cane.
The goal here is to try to get this seat to look like this pattern, so the octagonal shape pattern inside. We're using 1/8 inch canes. And, we got some soaking in the pot,
You soak them so you can bend them.
so they bend and they won't
like
break.
leave.
So we'll start in this hole here, and we're going to go through, let the rabbit go in the hole, and back out the hole on the other side.
Rabbit goes
And
back
the
in the
rabbit goes in the hole,
comes back
and
out.
back out the other. You pull the rabbit. We're going to put a peg right in here to hold that in place for us. And there we go.
Carly uses a cane seat for the traditional look, but the tradition of making a cane seat hasn't gotten any easier since it was invented.
Rabbit goes in the hole and out the other.
And out.
With all this detail, it's easy to see why Carly's canoes cost anywhere from $3,000 to $12,000, depending on the size and complexity of the design.
How are we looking?
We're getting there. We're close.
The finished seat goes into the canoe, and for the first time in this entire process, a piece of metal is used in the construction of this boat.
All right, here we go, Jill. We got one last screw. All right,
Is that it?
that's it. We're ready to go.
And you know the best way to see if you've done a good job?
Float it.
Float it.
This is great. It's lightweight, it's comfortable, it's beautiful. What more could a girl ask for except for maybe
Sunshine?
a little bit of sun? A little bit of sun. A Michigan maker combines his love for woodworking with his state pride
Good old Michigan.
to make one creative, unusual chair. Michiganders have a trick for telling people where they live, and today we are lounging right about there. In Livonia, Michigan, Nick Hama has created a homegrown business turning state pride into state-shaped Adirondack chairs.
I've grown up most of my life here in Michigan, and it's a lovely state. I've traveled all over it, and I am very proud to call it my home.
Nick started out by just making one chair as a gift for a friend. He never made one before, but was happy with how it came out. Then the requests started flooding in. Before he knew it, this completely self-taught carpenter had started a small business.
I've made a chair with the back in the shape of Maine, the shape of Minnesota, Indiana, Ohio. So I've shipped.
What about Hawaii?
Not Hawaii yet. I was joking about that earlier. That's the one I'm waiting for.
Today, we're going to make a Michigan-shaped chair, naturally. We'll start with the mitten-shaped back.
I have the template divided up into 5 pieces that are the width of the board, and one 12-foot board is the perfect length to line up all the templates on and cut them out.
How did you get the shape so accurate for the back of the chairs?
Well, I started off tracing an outline of the map of Michigan, and I just drew a grid overlay, and I bought a giant sheet of this thin plywood here, and I just blew up that grid on there, and then I cut it out and just cut it into the width of the board.
Why cedar? Why do you choose cedar for these chairs?
Cedar is one of the better outdoor woods because it's naturally weather resistant.
We use a jigsaw to cut out Michigan's border and coast.
So this looks like it fits pretty good, I gotta say. What do you think?
Close enough. And that's what sanding's for, to sand out all the little imperfections.
Nick hand sands the back pieces with 80 grit sandpaper to keep tight control over Michigan's edges.
So I'm gonna get the flat surface and then the edges here, not to round too much, but just to kind of soften it up to the touch. All right, so we've got the back pieces cut out, and now we'll just attach them together.
Nick screws horizontal wood elements as a brace to hold together the vertical planks.
There we go. We have our chair back.
Good old Michigan.
And once the back is done, Nick cuts more cedar for the seat, base, and arms of the chair. And luckily, these get a nice power sand. Then comes assembly.
So this is where I lay out the seat boards to get the right spacing and match them up so the wood grain kind of flows nicely throughout the seat.
He countersinks the nails, making them low enough in the board to avoid catching on clothing. Nick makes the seat of his Adirondack chairs curve so they feel as good as they look. A Michigan Upper Peninsula side table completes the state, and Nick figured out another way to make his chairs different from other Adirondack chairs on the market.
You know, the thing that's interesting to me about your chairs, other than the fact that you did this really cool Michigan shape, is the fact that they can fold up, because not many Adirondack chairs can do that.
To turn the chair into a folding one from the regular one, there's just a couple added pieces that are connected that hold carriage bolts, and those have to be properly placed and lined up so everything is in sync as it folds. Nap time?
No, it's not nap time, because we got to seal that chair.
The sealant I use, it's an exterior sealant, and what it does is it protects the chair from UV rays, from rain, just from all the elements, so it lasts a lot longer and stays in great shape.
These chairs cost between $300 and $400. The joy for this Michigander is in the creating, and it has been since the day he made that first chair.
It's quite a thing to see raw wooden boards turned into a comfortable Adirondack chair just by the work of your two hands and the help of a couple tools. It's definitely very satisfying. The fact that each chair is handcrafted, there's much more attention to detail in each one, and there's so much more heart and passion that's put into the crafting of each chair.
In the mountains of northern Idaho, there lives a man who is part woodworker and part musician, with a healthy dose of artistic flair.
Then I mix and match like a mad scientist till I get to the right color.
His stands inspire beautiful music.
Our next artisan is a woodworking maestro, building pieces worthy of the beautiful music they hold.
At the tip of northern Idaho is Coeur d'Alene, a resort town surrounded by lakes and forests. Inspired by the area's beauty, Michael Norris creates gorgeous handcrafted music stands and calls himself Mr. Standman.
That was a name that sounded so catchy. It was just so good, Mr. Standman.
Michael is a woodworker and a musician.
I was a very fast learner from a kid. I could learn to do anything. I could fix anything. I think you could say I'm a self-taught kind of guy.
He plays more than 10 different instruments and writes his own music.
Made for musicians, by a musician. That's pretty much what I live by every day when I go in that shop.
Michael believes he's improving his customers' performances by making beautiful stands that last.
I get letters after I sell the stands from people saying, I can't believe how much better I play since I got the stand.
For more than 25 years, he's been handcrafting music stands for musicians, choirs, and churches around the world.
My stands are absolutely in every single state in America, as well as many, many countries, including France, Germany, England, Italy, Sweden, Norway, even Saudi Arabia.
What makes them different from and better than other music stands?
They've got 4 legs instead of 3 legs.
Right.
They are able to adjust up and down and tilt all the way, and they're just more beautiful than what you see out there right now. They have much more character to them.
Where did you learn how to make a stand, and why a music stand that's so unique?
I was married to a harpist, and the first stand I ever made for her was to be able to play next to the big, beautiful gold harp.
And how was that first one?
Compared to these, not as good, believe me. The first step of the whole process of making the music stands is we're going to make the feet. So we'll go ahead and cut this right now.
The feet will be 20 inches wide and 1 3/4 inch thick.
What kind of wood is this?
Okay, this is alder, because alder is a great wood to stain. It takes a lot of different colors, and it's a hardwood. So alder is our Pacific Coast hardwood up here. And this is our tracing pattern,
Okay.
and that's lined up
And
pretty
then
good there.
This
Yeah,
is lined up, and
Yeah.
then
you
I
just trace.
all right. There we go.
Yeah, we're going to cut this out.
That's a foot.
Michael sands the feet on a belt sander.
So now we're going to go ahead and notch the feet so that they lap together.
You work fast, don't you?
Notching the feet creates a sturdier base for the stand.
And we have it. It fits perfectly. 4 feet versus 3. Sturdier. Better.
Michael cuts alder pieces for the bottom of the stand's base. Then they're glued together.
The next step we're going to be doing is we're going to be gluing the trim pieces onto that center part that we just glued up.
Why do
Yeah.
you have to have a square hole?
Because the part the center part that the pole is going to slide in, up and in, out is square. This is the part that makes it adjustable up and down.
Okay.
Michael has created more than 120 design patterns for his stands.
This is actually the Victorian lyre design with the harp in it. We have to drill holes in each one of the individual little places on the pattern. That way that the scroll saw blade will be able to go through the hole. This probably takes the most time of any part that we have to make. You have to follow the line when you're cutting. You don't want to mess up, otherwise you cut one part out, you basically throw it away and start all over.
This is a lot harder than Michael made it look.
I'm using an oil-based stain. I can pre-mix a stain to match somebody's furniture, so I don't really buy gallons of this stain. And I mix and match like a mad scientist till I get to the right color. And once the stain's applied, then we apply the finish on top of that, then it completely seals in the stain.
Michael applies 5 to 7 coats of lacquer, waiting 30 minutes in between sprays. Mr. Standman's work ranges in price from $375 to $600.
This is it, the
All right.
final assembly.
So,
First, the base is secured. The adjuster pole is attached to the tray. Then, top and bottom are connected.
and that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a music stand.
Music stands made by a musician for musicians. Now that is a cool blend of function and beauty. Whether we're talking about canoes, chairs, or music stands, a good woodworker knows how to shine a spotlight on natural grain patterns and deep, rich colors.
I love working with cedar. I love the look of it.
So we use mahogany, sapele, walnut, a variety of different woods to try to achieve certain looks.
Every piece of wood has its own personality, just like these makers. No two are alike. And honestly, that's the best part.